In this presentation, I'd like to discuss how to subnet, an overview part 1. Subnetting is all about taking bits from host ID and making it part of network ID, and the bits that you took will give you your new subnets. Here we have an IP address of 172.16.0.0. This is class B, so the default prefix is /16. The first two octets are therefore network ID. The remaining two octets are host ID. I wrote out the host ID section in binary. When we subnet, what we do is we're taking bits from host ID, like these two bits for example, and we're making it part of network ID. The way you do this is with a new prefix. So in this case, I'm using a new prefix of /18. /16 was the original prefix that covered the first two octets. I want to cover the original octets as well as these two bits. So I want to cover 16, 17, 18. So my new prefix is /18. By taking these two bits and making it part of network ID, the different combinations of these bits will then determine my subnets. As a result, these two bits, or the bits that you take, are referred to as subnet bits. The bits that are left over are of course your host ID bits. And that will determine how many IP addresses you get per subnet. So what are my new subnets? If I'm taking two bits from host ID, making it part of network ID with a prefix of /18, my new subnets would be as follows. 172.16. And I'll write the next two bits in a different color. These are my subnet bits. The first combination of those two bits would be 00, and then the rest would be host ID. And there you go. My next network ID would be 172.16.01, and the remaining bits would be host ID. And then we have 172.16.10, and the remaining bits are host ID. And then lastly, we have 172.16. And those two bits would be 1, 1. And then we have host ID. And there you have it. Those are my 4 network IDs. Each network ID is determined by a different combination of the subnet bits. To write this out clearly, my new subnets are 172.16.0.0/18. This is this first combination here where the two subnet bits are 00. The next one has the two subnet bits as 01. The column value of the 1 is 64. So the next subnet is 172.16.0.0/18. The next combination is 10. The column value of this one is 128. So 172.16.128.0/18 is my next subnet. And the last one has these two bits as 1, 1. This is 128 plus 64. Therefore, the last subnet is 172.16.192. 128 plus 64 is 192, dot 0 slash 18. And there you have it. Those are our 4 subnets if we were to take 2 bits from host ID and make it part of network ID with a prefix of slash 18.